Hi everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be comparing the Lawn Fawn Black Licorice ink to the other black inks that I own, the more, I guess, popular ones, just to compare this black ink with the ones that I already own, with different ways that you can use it and properties, that kind of thing. So if you already watched my video of the actual review of the Lawn Fawn inks, I showed you swatches of all the colors, and then you know, I have two different kind of swatches on them. So, and I did go ahead and show this already in that video, but for those who haven't seen that video, I'm kind of showing you up close the swatches of the ink and how even that it stamps out. And then just, you know, like a lined stamp or whatever, just so you can see the different comparison. So, like I said, this is a Lawn Fawn Dye Ink. I have three other ink colors that not ink colors, brands of black ink that I wanted to share. I've got my favorite things, Black Licorice, the Memento Tuxedo Black, and I've got the VersaFine Onyx Black. But this is a pigment ink. This is the only one that's different as far as the type of ink that it is. So this is a pigment ink. So but I wanted to put this ink in the video because it's one of the more popular, and as far as the crispness, is that a word? Crispness? I don't know. Whenever you stamp out the color, it's a really sharp black. So that's why I'm putting this, and it's one of my favorites. So that's why I'm putting this in this video. So first, I'm going to go ahead and stamp out for you all of these inks and just kind of write them down. So I'm going to use the solid stamp. I'm using my Summon Says Stamp swatch little kit here to do the swatches today. So I'm just going to kind of stamp these down. See how crisp black that is? I'm just going to take like a pencil or a pen here and just kind of write for you. If I can grab my pen here, I'm trying to get a good one. Okay, so I've got my little black pen here. This is the Lawn Fawn Black Licorice. Okay. Then we're going to stamp out the My Favorite Things hybrid ink. And two, I also wanted to point out that these inks, I didn't mention this in this other video, the first one, and because I thought about it after I stopped filming, but they don't stain your stamps. I mean, you've got a little bit of ink residue on here, but you can easily clean that off, and once it's cleaned off, it doesn't stain whatsoever, to me, in my opinion. So we've got, this is the, like I said, the MFT Black Licorice. And I've got my little scrubby to the side here. I'm going to kind of clean it off as we go. Okay, so this is the MFT Black Licorice. I wonder if they knew the names that were the same. I don't know. So we got that, and of course the trusted Memento Tuxedo Black. I think pretty much every stamper has this black. So that's Memento. Tuxedo Black. Okay, and then we've got the VersaFine Onyx Black. Like I said, this is a pigment ink, so the coverage is going to be just a little bit different. Okay, so there's the VersaFine. Onyx Black. Oops. CK. Okay. So I'm just kind of showing you the difference here. As far as the coverage and the crisp, I want to keep saying crispness. Is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, the deep color of the black, the smooth color of the black, you can kind of see that the black licorice of the Lawn Fawn and the VersaFine Onyx Black are probably the blackest inks on this panel. So, and they've kind of had a little bit of time to soak into the paper. This is the Memento Tuxedo Black, and it's probably the lightest. The MFT Black Licorice is the next to, the next to darkest. But the blackest of the black is Lawn Fawn. Can y'all see that? So you can see that it's a really crisp black. Now, my next test is going to be, now I haven't done this as a big full test yet. I did make a card with some Copics, and I'll get to that in a second, but I wanted to kind of show y'all on camera whenever I use because a lot of people are interested in two things when it comes to their black ink, in my opinion. The bold of the black, and does it perform well with alcohol markers. So the alcohol markers that I own are Copics. I don't have any other alcohol marker. So I can already tell you, if you're new to crafting or stamping or whatever, that VersaFine Onyx Black you do not use with Copics. It's just not, it's not set up for that. The properties are not set up for that, and of course it's a pigment ink. So the main one that most everyone uses is the Memento Tuxedo Black. So whenever we use our Copic, it does not bleed out. So if once I touched my marker to that, it would, it's supposed to just stay crisp and not bleed. And you can kind of see around the edges that obviously it does not bleed around it. The MFT, the same way. That's why a lot of people were interested in this black as well, because whenever you use the Copics or the alcohol marker, I hope the lighting is good for you guys, but if you can see this, but no bleed, you don't get on any bleed, or it doesn't smear or anything like that. Now, the Lawn Fawn Black, it does pretty well. It does bleed just a little bit. And I was going over the black. It's kind of hard to tell in the camera, I think on camera, but in my opinion, I think y'all pretty much know already that I do love these inks, but to use them with Copics, can you see what it's doing? I would not use this ink for Copic coloring. I don't think it's made for that. The two that I would probably stick with is the Memento Tuxedo Black or the MFT Black. But the Lawn Fawn, I wouldn't use it for my Copics. So I would just simply stay with my normal stamping. And just use it just for regular stamping for your critters or whatever you're going to stamp. That's what I would use it for, but I would not use it for coloring, because you can see what it's doing there. So I would stick with the Memento or the MFT, and like I said, I'd never use the VersaFine Onyx Black for the stamping. So but now, so that was the biggest two things that I think that people look for when it comes to a black ink. The coverage itself is awesome. I really do think that the coverage is great, and whenever you stamp it down, it does soak into the paper really well. And the coverage, I mean, that is solid black right there. And pretty much every one of them are that way. They're pretty solid. I think these, as far as the crisp black, it does compare to each other really well. Again, this is a pigment ink, and it does dry fast for a pigment ink. So if you don't have this ink, I like this one for my sentiment stamping. If you've been watching my videos for a little while, you've already picked that up. So I do like using this one for my sentiment stamping. I use this one again mainly for my alcohol marker or Copic coloring. These two I kind of do that with, but with the Lawn Fawn, I would not do that with that. So, and I wanted to do that on a solid stamped image so you could really pick it up, because in a really true review, I don't feel that you could do that with just stamping just like a lined image and get that view of what a Copic would do. So anyway, and again, as far as them staining your stamps, no. With the colors or the black, it does not stain your stamps. So hopefully that the ones that didn't see my other review, you see this one. So because I really wanted to mention that in the other video, and I just completely forgot to mention that fact. So anyway, that is pretty much my review, guys. If there's anything that you want to know that I did not cover or have any questions, please feel free to leave those comments down below, and I will be happy to answer anything that I had missed. Otherwise, I will see y'all in my next video, and thanks for watching.